Hi everyone, State Senator Kevin Witkos embarking on my brand new local business spotlight tour. Today, in the month of September, find ourselves at BeanZ Company, a local eatery that just opened in 2018. What a unique story that this has to tell. We're going to go inside and meet the two owners. They met because both of their children have Down syndrome. But that is just one part of the story. The food's the main part. You got to come and check it out. Let's go on inside. So today I'm at one of my favorite breakfast and lunch locations, and it's BeanZ Company, located co-hosting with the New England Pasta Company. I'm here with two of the owners, Kim and Noelle. Thanks for having us here on our first stop of the Connecticut Local Business Spotlight Tour.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're honored to be your first stop.
Well, I think everybody needs to make a stop here.
I agree.
I just want to tell us a little bit about how did you guys meet, and then how did you get this business started?
I'll let Kim start with, well, Kim and I met actually 20 years ago at a mother's group for children with Down syndrome. Our daughters at that time were really young, so now to age ourselves, they are 21 and 22 respectively. So we've known each other a long time. We were friends immediately, working moms all the way through. Kim is the owner of New England Pasta Company, and I'm a lawyer for a New York City firm. So that's how our friendship began, but BeanZ Co began really with an idea that Kim had maybe a year or two ago.
About a year and a half ago, we were getting ready to re-sign our lease here at 300 West Main for the New England Pasta Company. And that's a time where you really sit down and you think, you want to make sure all parts of your business are successful. And there was one little part that wasn't doing as well as we had wanted it to do, and that was our cafe that was, had been located within the pasta company for the first 5 years. And the idea just evolved, looking at our daughters and thinking, like, what does their future hold and what kind of jobs are there out there? So we kind of transformed the cafe into BeanZ Company, which really for us was not that difficult, since we had an established kitchen, we had an established menu, we had a great loyal customer base. All we did was change the way that you order your food and who delivers the food to you, which was a huge change, but it really made all the difference. And ever since we did that, like, the community support has been fantastic. And
so I see the name of the business that you just started jointly is BeanZ Company, but your T-shirts say "Everyone Belongs." Can you tell me why that is that, and that's your motto here?
Well, we needed a motto, and we were brainstorming about it, and it really was a group of us sitting together, going, "What could we say that would make people feel welcome here?" And it was an interesting conversation, and at the end of that, "Everyone Belongs" came out of it, because it's about a message that we wanted to bring, not only for the adults with IDD and special needs. It's about everybody belonging here and everybody having a place where they can go and be comfortable and welcome.
Yeah, everybody has a gift to give to this community. So we were like, what should BeanZ? I do remember vividly sitting there, like, what do we want? What do we want it to be? And somebody at the table said, it just needs to be a place, where everybody belongs. And
I think we all stopped, like, on a dime right there.
And we knew right then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
we all
was
knew.
it.
We're like, okay,
That's it.
We got it. We got the tagline. We got the description of what BeanZ is. It's a place where everyone belongs.
And I don't think we realized, like, how that message was going to take on its own life.
Yeah,
I mean,
it really has.
people have really embraced that message, and it makes us feel so good to watch people wear our T-shirts and take pictures of their T-shirts and send them to us. It's really quite amazing.
And what do you get? I can only imagine the type of comments you get from all of your customers that come in. And some of them are probably faithful customers that come in quite often.
Yeah, it's crazy. I watch the community, and having watched them for 5 years come in here and just have lunch and go home, it's way more than that now. They want to be part of something that makes them feel good, and the comments we get from how they love watching our staff be successful, and how they have a grandchild with Down syndrome or autism, and that gives them hope for the future. to not even being able to speak to us because it hits them, right in their heart, and they don't have the words. So we've seen everything from tears to hugs to, just coming back and back because they can't get enough. So it's been amazing too with that.
Well, speaking of your staff, what does your staff do as far as when you're hiring them if they have a disability?
So
How much training is involved in that?
So when we opened BeanZ, Kim already had a cafe operating at the New England Pasta Company. So it was, when Kim says it was pretty easy to revamp, that's in Kim's world. In my world, that was not at all easy. So we very much upfront decided we wanted it to be an inclusive workforce where at least half our staff had intellectual and developmental disabilities and at least half don't, because that's what we think the world should be, where people can work right alongside each other. So we partnered with VAVAR, a nonprofit agency that provides services for people with disabilities, and talked to them about what some job descriptions would be. Here at BeanZ, everything from being at the register to expediting meals, to bringing out meals to customers, to bussing tables, stocking. So we worked with them and kind of came up with a bunch of different job descriptions and then filled them with employees. Some employees they recommended, and some employees who we've met through the community.
Yeah, and they all go through the interview process. None of them were just hired because of that. They had to go through the interview process. They provided references. All the references were called.
Just like any other employee?
Yeah, letters of recommendation.
And that's what we wanted to do. That's what
a real job is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what are your hours here, both at New England Pasta and at BeanZ Company?
So BeanZ, we're open, both places are open Monday through Saturday. We're closed on Sundays. And BeanZ is open from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday. And Pasta Company just stays open until 6:30 through the week, and 5 p.m. on Saturdays.
And the Pasta Company, I'm sure we'll be getting some photos of all the delicious edibles in your containers. What are some of the foods you have available for folks in the Pasta Company? And then what is your forte, if you will, over on the cafe side that individual customers like?
Yeah, the food at Pasta Company, we do everything from gourmet to go. Well, we'll start with the fresh pasta and raviolis that my husband makes every day. That was how we started the business 25 years ago. To homemade sauces, all the sides that go with it, small lasagnas, so you can get small portions for two, you can get individual portions for one, if which is important, to all the catering that we do for large parties. So specialties here, probably our raviolis and our lasagnas are the most popular two items. As far as BeanZ Company,
BeanZ, I would say their breakfast egg sandwiches are big sellers.
Oh, that's my favorite.
I would say the egg sandwiches are probably the hottest seller, and lunch is, it's everything from the chilies to the soups to the sandwiches, salads. It's a really great menu. We use high quality ingredients. We don't have a large menu, but what we do is pretty special. And everything is made here.
And I think your daughter would say that her most favorite thing and the popular thing are the Duffins, which are so good.
A Duffin is it's just pretty much a total calorie buster, but it's delicious. It's a donut and a muffin. And my daughter, it's kind of like her drug of choice, I would say, would be her Duffin.
Well, I concur, because I had one of those yesterday. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it is. They're good. So.
When a patron leaves the counter, is waiting for the order, they're given a card that is placed on the tabletop. And yesterday, or Monday when I was in here, my card said "fearless" on it. And could you tell me a little bit about the words and how those words are chosen to be identified, rather than just like a number 1 or a 14?
Well, to make it personal as well, and words of inspiration, just as our employees are inspirational to us, we wanted to share that as well with the community and the patrons that come here. So instead of giving like your number 1 or your name, what about just a word that totally fills you up? So
what's really cool about that? What's really cool about that is when you're back in the kitchen and you're expediting, or I'm handing the food to the adult that's going to be taking it to the table, and I turn around and I say, hey Jesse, take it to the awesome table because you're awesome, or take it to the smile table with a big smile. So it works with our staff. It kind of starts there and then goes out to the table. And when we do have a full restaurant and you see all those messages around, it's not just the message that's on your table. You're looking at all the messages that are around the whole place, and it's and people like. It just brings a whole different level.
And
it's fun.
It kind of just makes you smile. Like you said, you got fearless, or you get peace. Like if you're just sitting down and like your day is crazed, and you sit down and somebody gives you a card that says peace, it just kind of, I don't know, brings you back down to what matters.
And people look forward to their word. They're like, oh, what word am I going to get today? Like, and it's fun.
All positives.
All positive.
All positives. A lot of times the short words are the most chosen.
Because they're the easiest to put in the computer.
To type. So you might get love a lot, but we shuffle the deck.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you can tell there's a lot of love at BeanZ Co amongst the staff and all the patrons that are here.
Yeah.
Midday, early lunch, that your place is very busy. Where do you see BeanZ Co in 5 years?
Oh gosh, it's like the question of the day. Where do we see it in 5 years? This time last year, it was still a little bit of a dream. And it wasn't open yet this time last year. The growth has been tremendous in such a short amount of time, and the community support and the people who want to come and replicate it or ask us what we're doing next. And I don't know, I think we both feel like we need to get this perfect and get it right and do the best service we can to our employees and to our customers, and then figure out what's next.
What happens here, we don't want to just go out and open beans everywhere, because I think that we've seen such a authentic place that if you just go and put it anywhere, it's going to lose that. And that's what's really the most important thing that happens. So we're being really careful on how we decide to grow. I know we will grow because we feel like this can't be it. More communities need to benefit from what happens here. We just want to really make a really good decision and live through a year of what every month brings, so we can have a solid business plan to take forward.
Yeah.
So we're not done. We don't know exactly yet how we're gonna.
I know, but the need is the reaction has been nothing short of extraordinary from the community. The stack of applications is really high for individuals with special needs who are looking for jobs. The education to do out in the public of the benefit of hiring individuals with IDD in their employment culture. That's a message we also need to spread further. That's already happening organically here. Where employers have come and asked, what can I do? If I wanted to hire someone, how would I go about it? And
that's kind of turned into another mini mission for Noelle and I to
big mission,
to have local employers follow our lead and realize the benefits of having adults with disabilities work for them, and there's on so many levels it's a huge benefit.
You've been an inspiration. You've kind of shown a path to folks that may not be, from moms that dealt with it since you're caring for your children at little infant stages to now in their 20s, say, well,
why not?
They're functioning adults. Let's get them to grow to the next stage, which be an employee, work for a living, see what it's like, and
that's what everybody wants,
in a positive setting.
Yeah. So it wasn't until really Kim and I really started kind of hammering down on what we wanted BeanZ to be, and really started talking, where it really came to focus that we've done this great job in this area on education and inclusive education, where our children with disabilities, to the extent capable, are educated right alongside their typical peers. There's job training in high school and in the post-high school years at a transition academy. And then at 21 years of age, all services end. And we've done this great job with all of these individuals and students, and there's not a world that's waiting for them. So we really do feel like we have to now help create that world that's going to be available for all these people that we've invested so much time and energy and love and support and skill. So there has to be a world out there waiting for them, and I think BeanZ is the beginning of that world.
Well said.
Yeah.
If you have a chance, come down to 300 West Main Street in Avon, visit BeanZ Co and say hello to Kim and Noelle and help spread the message of inspiration, love, caring, and inclusivity to everybody. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
Kevin.
much.
You're very welcome.